Hey guys, Emma again, back in the workshop today. It's one of those days, there's quite a lot to do and not a whole lot of time to do it. I'm back at work tomorrow, so I thought I'd have a bit of a mess with this coffee can forge. I'd really like to get this up and running, but the job I did before, I've taken the perlite and the water glass out of the bottom of the can that I put in before, because it just wasn't stable. A couple of good bumps and it's gonna just fall out. So basically it did fall out and crumble up again, and I've crumbled it all up again, ready to use. It is coated, you can feel it on there, but I've got some plaster of Paris, so we might mix some of that in with it. And we've mixed up a bit stronger water glass. That's sodium silicate, and it's a little bit thicker. So fingers crossed that might do the job too. So I'm going to go and give this a good rinse out and tighten these bolts up, because they're going to come loose pretty easy. And there'll be nothing worse, because you won't be able to fix it once they have. So 10 minutes mucking around with the spanner later, this is all nice and straight and square and sits on all four legs, and it's nice and square under here. So I've given this a bit of a wash out, and I'm starting to mix up some refractory. That's still pretty stiff, and it probably doesn't need to be quite that stiff, so I'll add a bit more sodium silicate solution. That's quite a mouthful. Various reports say somewhere between equal amounts, aggregate and plaster, and a very, very small amount. So I'm going to go with just enough to coat it all, which is probably that much. So that looks like a pretty good sort of a mix in the can. Don't know if I'm anywhere near how much I need. But if we have a bit of a look there, that actually looks pretty good. Nice and smooth, and looks like it's probably going to bind up okay. So I'm going to put it outside in the sun for the day and see what happens. So more soon, guys. So I've been about a week here since I mixed that up. Now that's not anywhere near set, but it's quite firm. There's still a bit of moisture in it. It's not damp to touch. You can pack it down if you want. I think that's probably, you don't want it much drier than that, I think, to put the next lot on. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the form in the middle there, and mix up some more refractory and fill this one up, and we'll see what it looks like then. So I've put this bit of PVC in the top in the middle and a bit of aluminium tube down the bottom there in the hole, lined up nice and square and parallel. That goes right through into the centre. Don't know if you can see that. There. So I'm going to mix up a little bit more refractory. So we're a couple more weeks, or probably a month and a bit actually, gone past again, and I poured this in and I've let it dry and I've had a bit of heat inside it and all those sort of things. This is really soft still and it's still crumbly. Not all that impressed, so I'm sort of at the point of thinking that this isn't such a good idea. I think I'm gonna have to do the whole put this down to experience thing and try something else. This is just crumbly and it's soft, and it really hasn't got enough in there to hold it together if you have a look. So this video's been taken over about 2 months to get it to this stage, and it's really not, the whole plaster of Paris and sodium silicate and perlite thing isn't really working for me, so might have to have a bit of a think about this. Anyone who's got any ideas, probably perlite and high temperature mortar or something like that might be better, or maybe even get some decent fire clay. So I'll see what we could do in the next week or so and see if we can get something working. So thanks for watching, guys, and that's just an update to give you some idea what I've been doing. I haven't forgotten this project and I'd really like to have it going, but at the moment this isn't working for me, so more soon.